All right, just yeah, I guess a final turn thingamabob, and also, gosh, am I ever fortunate for two things. One, that Ken did mention to me, wait a minute, about the cavalry thing, because, and secondly, that I decided to wait a minute, like change up right away and not go, well, I'm just going to play it out for the remainder of the game, because that would have caused just a horrible thing to the narrative. Because the Russians get the double bonus, they would have had the cavalry both on both spots here to continue their bonus of negating the river, and now they don't. And yeah, because that just would have been really detrimental, I think, to the narrative. So I'm really happy that that has occurred, which kind of, I guess, kind of flutters way into my because Thanksgiving weekend is coming up next. Not this one, but next weekend for in Canada, and that's about roughly about a year that I got back into Hex Encounter wargaming properly, kind of thing, and so you know what I mean. It's also this other little bit of thankfulness, I guess, of just being whatever. So, anyways, there is a recombination. I'll pop it on over because it's one of those things that sometimes I'm a bit. Well, it was one of those things I was like, okay, I do have to remember that. Dave Schroeder mentioned that you know, as long as everything's the same at the end, you can, you know, you don't have to use up all your replacement units. So, for example, I have over in Warsaw with Battle Group 14. There, I'm not going to show it, but you know where it is. Sorry, with Army Group 10 in with Battle Group 14. But if you can see that, but. Well, it's not too much of a glare. Well, what am I doing? It's like I'm frozen in time or something here. There we go. Or space. There we go. So, yeah, so I've got the 6th and the 8th. They've only got 2 points each, but I've got a total of 6 replacement unit points, strength points. So I'm going to use up 4, fix those guys up to full strength, and then I'll just flip one of them over to the 2-3, and wow, that, you know what I mean. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. So that'll be that, and then I've also got to remember that I've got to continue giving even more trust to this camera for its field of view, because when I was watching the last one to make sure it looked okay, well, my version of okay, it was a lot closer than I expected. So, which means I can get a bit more liberty. I like pan out a bit more and get more context of when I'm talking. I don't have to be so right in there kind of thing. Like I'm even going to trust it a bit more and go out a bit more and see if I'll stop there, because I think that's just a, oh, I'm pretty almost, but anyways, yeah. So I think that's it. Was there any? Oh yes, I did do one coat of the Ultra Matte, and holy moly, man, I think it's a lot different. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it with. I'll try to rotate them back and forth. So this is the undone one, and I'm trying to see if you can get some flash or whatever. And this is just one coat, and I'm certainly going to do a second, or I'll use a foam brush, but. I think you can see it's quite a bit different. So screw that. I'm going to, all these guys, I'm hoping next video they're going to not be shiny, because it does drive me up the tree. So I know that other people, when I watch their things, they've got it down to an art. They don't have to worry about all that nonsense. But I do, because I'm not very good at this. Is there anything else I wanted to talk? Oh yeah, I guess quickly about the demoralization points. So Russia acquired 9. Germany acquired none, and Austria-Hungary got 5. And so the total now is 254 for Germany, 141 for Austria-Hungary, and 245 for Russia. So Russia's still in it. Well, as I've always known, they're in major victory. So that's it. And I have to start figuring out what in the world. How the Russians, well, they got a double move, but still, well, I can tell also another thing. Remember that the Terek Cossacks over here, were originally supposed to go up to help uh, the special what do they call it? Special Corps 1, and to get the supply to the front to the Prego River front, and no, they were said they were told to help out the Third Army. I'm sure that any of the survivors are like, oh God, I wish we had gone up there, but no, it didn't happen. All right, that's it.